Hey guys, it is Saturday here in West Virginia, and as I mentioned yesterday, I was going to do a video on some loose cars that I had bought from a collector out of one of the Mopar groups that I'm in on Facebook. And he at first was trying to sell, I think it was like 140 cars with two big ass acrylics display cases for like 500 bucks. Then he finally lowered his price to like 400, and another guy that I've actually sold to bought the $400 worth of cars and cases and such. And I figured, okay, well, I'll give the guy a chance and buy some from him too, because I was a little skeptical of doing it. And the guy said, well, since I don't have any more like big groups, I can't do any kind of like huge like purchase discount or whatever you call it, like a group discount from buying so many, or a bulk discount I should say. So he's like, the other cars I have I'll sell you for 10 bucks a piece, and if it's a chase car I want 20 a piece for them. So I was like, okay, but I had to go through and pick out some really nice ones because they're all loose. They're supposed to be mint new, but loose. Some were dusty, some were in cases, but he said absolutely never played with, never damaged. They were all perfect. So I was like, okay. And he sent me videos of the cars after I picked them out. He got them all together and sent me a video of them, done a 360 spin around on most, but I went back and watched one video, and one car in particular he only showed me the driver's side of, and now I know why, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So anyways, the cars that I bought are here in front of you. There's 9 of them, 2 green machines, and then the others are regulars, and some are pretty good regulars, hard to find, especially these 2 birds right there. Anyways, what I came across when I got these cars. This car here was the one I really wanted. I actually found a 2-pack on eBay I was going to buy that had the original 06 Daytona in it, the green one, the Sublime green, with this guy in it. But I canceled my bid on it because I found this. This is the main car I wanted, and I was buying it from him, and he said, yeah, it's absolutely mint. Well, when it came today, or yesterday, I should say, the spoiler is in the package. I was like, oh shit, well, the USPS back to their old ways. They broke the spoiler, throwing it around, shipping. He bubble wrapped them, but not very thoroughly. But then I got to looking at the car, and I was like, well, this thing's been repaired before. Actually, it's got pieces glued to the spoiler that are not factory pieces to kind of help get it to adhere to the deck lid again. And then I started looking at it more, and look, there's glue all over the deck lid. They did not do a very good job, very crude job. There's glue over here. There's even glue on the roof. It's dried right there. And then there is glue on the quarter panel here and there. There's some chips in the tampos. Then I started looking at it more thoroughly. There's chips up here on the front fender, and there's a chip back here on the quarter panel. So I was like, wow, that's a piece of shit. So started looking at the other ones, and then this guy here, he sold me as a regular, not as a green machine. So he sold it to me for 10, and now I know why. He avoided showing me this side of the truck, and the reason being is it did have a big chip right here, and some of the paint was rubbed off that body line of the fender. I used a green Sharpie to touch it up, and it came out decent. You can still see it if you're real close to it and stuff, like where it looks a little darker, but sometimes green machine paint lays heavy on body lines and will look like that. It's kind of like candy paint. And then the spare was off of it in the package. That may have been the USPS, but I don't know. And then he told me also he didn't have the roof for any of them except for the orange one. And when he took pictures of these guys, he didn't show me the orange one without the roof on it. Now I know why, because when I took the roof off of it, this was in there fastened to one side, but half the roll cage is broken off and missing. And so I just took the other half out so it looks okay. But I did not know that until after I tried to make an PayPal claim against him. And even where he glued it back in, he did a bad job. He got glue on the quarter panel of this. You can see a little spot right there and such. But I kind of tried to overlook that one because, as I said, that was after I made the claim on PayPal. And then I started looking at others. That one had the chip in the fender. That one was totally trashed. That car's garbage, in my opinion. I mean, it could be touched up and put on display in like my dealership diorama because they get dusty and dirty anyway, so it won't be too bad there, but it's not worth the $10 I paid for it. This guy here, he said, was mint, no paint issues at all, and this one doesn't have any paint issues that he caused, but it does have heavy paint rash on the deck lid and on the roof. And there's some scratches and like a stain on the deck lid. So I don't know what the hell that's from. But that's all easy to see stuff. And he said it was mint. Now this one is mint. There's no issues with this Roadrunner here that I could see anyways. It did look halfway decent. But I don't know. It's this one, actually looking at it now, it doesn't look like it has redline tires on the back, but that may have been a fluke from Greenlight too, because I've seen weird shit like that happen. This one here is okay, and this is one of the rarer ones. There's a little bit of like, it's not really paint rash, it's something that these autoworlds do sometimes. They're black paint. It gets, I don't know, it's kind of like paint rash, but it's really not. That happens to these. So that I'm willing to overlook because it's just on the sides. Deck lid has a little bit of it, but I can probably wax it and get most of it out. This one is mint. And those were only $10 a piece. So I felt I got a pretty good deal on these. This one here being at 10, it's probably not worth 10. But the other ones I was getting, I figured, okay, it's worth it. You know, buying 10 of them. I had to buy... It was like 90, but it should have been $100 worth, but he gave me 5 off. I got them for 95, and then I overpaid him on shipping for 5. He was supposed to reimburse me that, but he never did. This guy here is in pretty good shape. This is a hard to find county road stock Monaco, because most of the Monacos are police cars. It's got a little scuff on the roof, but sometimes that happens in the blister packs, so I'm willing to overlook that one. Then this greenie here, and this is the one that he wanted 24, and then I told him I'd give him 15, because I thought it came with a roof, but it doesn't. This one, nor this one comes with a roof. It's this guy that's supposed to have the roof on it. He came from the Route 66 multi-pack. I have the orange variant of it. It's actually a Trail Duster, not a Ram Charger, and it's supposed to have the roof, so that worked out okay. And these two are not supposed to have the roof. These are from a 2-pack. This is the stock one. This is the green machine of it. Unfortunately, the cage is broken out of this one, but other than that, that little glue spot on the quarter panel, it's pretty nice. And then this one here, he glued some stupid fog lights to the front of it with a brush guard, and I took it off. The fog lights I got off pretty easy. The bar of the brush guard scraped the paint up a little bit on the grill lower part, and there's still some glue inside the valence panel between the grill and bumper. But it's not that noticeable, and I touched up the silver with a Sharpie. Got a little bit on the grill where it shouldn't have gotten, but it's okay. And then he gave me a hard time about refunding the money. He wanted me to pay for shipping to ship the bad ones back, and I said, no, I'm not doing any more out-of-pocket expenses. You already owe me $5 for shipping that I overpaid for, and he kept ignoring that question. Then finally, I was like, okay, dude, I'm going to do it my way. I'll just go through PayPal, and I turned it in, and they locked $36 in his account. He's like, okay, I'll refund $30. And he did it immediately, but did it with goods and services, which I'm fine with that. So I only got back $29, and also minus the $5 I overpaid. Really, it's only like getting $24 back. I spent $115 with shipping and everything for these 9 cars. But now, since I got back to 24, it's 25, we'll say. It's like paying $90 for all of them, so it's not too bad, I guess, considering 2 of them are greenies that are probably worth, even with the little bit of imperfections that I fixed on it, they're still probably worth at least $20 a piece. The maroon runner's probably worth $20, and the black one's probably worth, I don't know, we'll say 10 to 15. The yellow Roadrunner is only worth maybe like 7 or 8. The Monaco, even though it's loose, I would still say that's probably worth 10 bucks. This thing here isn't even worth 5 bucks in my opinion. It's got a lot of damages. It looks like his kid got a hold of it and played with it or something. This one here, I may be able to take some rubbing compound and rub these imperfections out, because I think these are just manufacturer imperfections, and then it'll be okay. But still, yet that one's only worth like 7 bucks. So basically, yeah, I got my money's worth now that I got the $25 back or whatever. But if I would have noticed the cage is broken in this, I would have put that in the claim too. But I just didn't think anything of it. I thought he was being honest. That's why I'm trying to warn you guys. Ask for detailed pictures. Videos do not show everything. He did quick spin arounds on it. Gave me a sad story about losing his job, and then said, well, these other guys bought from me and they're not worried. They even paid friends and family. But I didn't go for that. I used goods and services because I couldn't find him in any groups except for the one Mopar Diecast group and in another regular Mopar group for A-bodies. So yeah, just be careful. Always watch your back and always use goods and services unless you really know the person and you know they're up and up, or they're on the good sellers reference page on Facebook. So I just wanted to share my experience with you guys. It wasn't a total getting fucked over, but it wasn't a good experience. A lot of cars I wanted and thought were going to be great aren't so great, especially this one here. Even though it was one of the cheap ones, it was one of the ones I was looking most forward to. And as I said, there was a set on eBay at the same time, and I canceled my bids on it. It went for $31 or $32 for the 2-pack. I would have happily given the guy $40 for it, but I canceled it because I had the one car that I really wanted coming, and it ended up being a piece of shit. So just be careful, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back again on Monday for our Mopar Monday. So be sure to tune in for that. Turn on your notification bell so you know when I drop a new video, because sometimes we just do them spontaneously. I really appreciate all your support. Give us a thumbs up. It helps us move up in the algorithm. Will help our channel grow, and it will eventually pay off, I hope, where we can start doing some giveaways. I just need some kind of sponsorship because I can't afford to do the giveaways on my own. I'm right now disabled, filing for disability, and having a hard time getting it through the government. So anyways, yeah, it would really help to get some channel sponsorship, and then we could start doing some giveaways. But I appreciate you guys watching, and we will be back on Monday.